All right, y'all. So the results are in for this week's pick a card for the week of April 26th through May 2nd. You were to select from card group number 1, card group number 2, or card group number 3. Comment your card selection down below by Monday, April 27th, in order to be entered to win our April giveaway. This is the last week to get your name in the hat to win our April giveaway. So you want to make sure you do that if you want a chance of winning. So I will quickly go over a few of the announcements. This week's reading hopefully will be very quick. That is my goal. So, because I have some things that are coming up that I really want to make you aware of, and some additional shifts and changes that are taking place in how I present these pick a card readings. And so, before I get into all of that, you can check the timestamp down below if you want to skip ahead to card group 1, 2, or 3. But I do hope that you stay and listen to the announcements, or that you at least come back and listen to the announcements and the opening intuitive message. So, let's see. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, it really helps my channel, and you will receive notifications of whenever I upload new videos. I do have videos besides the pick a card readings, so you want to make sure that you are notified when those videos come out. Get on my email list. When you do, you will receive absolutely free my worksheet called Astrology and Me. And Astrology and Me is a 4-page worksheet that helps you have a deeper understanding of your specific sun sign and your specific moon sign and how they are working together. So when you get on my email list to receive updates and notifications from me, you will receive the Astrology and Me sun and moon sign worksheets absolutely free. Now is the time to book the Get Your Life reading. I love the name of that reading. The Book Your Life reading with me and CQ, the Crystal Queen of Copper Vibrations. She is a numerologist and an intuitive and an oracle reader. I'm an astrologer, an intuitive and an oracle reader. And so when you book that session with us, you get an astrological it's astrology, numerology, oracle cards will perhaps be pulled, and some coaching, personal coaching on how to maximize your astrology and your numerology so that you can live your best life. So you get two master readers, if you will, for only $80. It is regularly $120, and we are doing this for $80 for the first 10 people that sign up. So you want to make sure you click the link down below to book the Get Your Life reading with me and CQ. Let's see. This Friday, May 1st, I am doing a free workshop with licensed therapist Neajula Hendricks Wilson. We are talking about coping strategies. Right now, there's a lot, because of everything that's going on in the world, there's a lot that people are having to do to learn how to cope, to not only survive, but to thrive, to keep their mental health and also their emotional and physical health in balance. And what do you do when, what worked for you 2, 3, 4 months ago is not working for you now, right? So we have the workshop online, and it is absolutely free. The link to watch that, it will be done, I want to say is done via Zoom. But we do have an invite up on Facebook at this time. So I will put that link down below so that you can get the information on how to attend that free event. And subscribe to me on Instagram and Facebook. Those links are down below because I share tips there throughout the week that are not shared here on YouTube. And also leave a love offering. If these readings and these videos are benefiting you in any kind of way, you can leave a love offering, also known as a donation. And the link to do that is down below. All right, so that is it for the announcements. So the opening intuitive message is very quick. It's about love. It's about love, the importance of loving oneself, the importance of appreciating oneself, because as is, the saying is true. I think it might not just be a saying, it might actually be scripture where it talks about biblical scripture where it talks about loving yourself, loving your neighbor as you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, if your self love and your self worth is very low, is you can't really love somebody else appropriately. And if you do have all of this value and all of this love and appreciation and admiration for someone else that you don't have for yourself, then I would even venture to say that that kind of love is kind of skewed, because it can turn into what do you call, like, idolization. When you don't, when you see yourself as less than someone else, then you kind of begin to move from just loving and appreciating that person to almost idolizing them and dehumanizing them in a way, because you expect them to be more than human. I know that kind of sounds backwards. How do you dehumanize somebody if you expect them to be more than human? But when you think about it, think about celebrities, for example. Like, people idolize celebrities, right? They really idolize celebrities. And when people begin to idolize celebrities, they think it's love. Like, oh, I love this person. I love this. You don't really know them. you know, you don't know that singer, that actor, or that NBA player, or whatever, right? You just like what you see about them on TV. And you begin to, or people, not just you, I'm not saying you specifically, but people in general, excuse me, begin to idolize and have these superhuman expectations that they put on people. And that, I believe, is rooted in the fact that their own self-love is so low. So when you value yourself very lowly, you have low expectations of yourself, right? You don't expect yourself to be perfect. You don't expect yourself to be perfect, such a harsh word, but you don't expect yourself to even do well. You expect yourself to fail. You expect challenges or whatever. But when you idolize someone else, you tend to think, or we tend to think, that they don't have problems. They don't make mistakes. Nothing goes wrong in their lives. Only things go wrong in our lives. Or everybody loves them, but nobody loves us, right? So it's this idolization that takes place when you love and value and appreciate and admire other people more than yourself. So what happens then is that love that you think that you have for this other person, this could be a celebrity, this could be somebody in your family, right? The minute they become human, the minute they fail, the minute they stumble, the minute they have a challenge, you're not really there to value them, to pick them up, to help them. If anything, you're disappointed, because you feel like they have failed you in some kind of way. And really, that's because you had this unrealistic expectation of them, because in your mind, they were better than you, they were more worthy, they were more valuable. And so you also had this higher expectation of them than you have of yourself. But when you love others as you love yourself, not only do you see their value, you see their worth, you see why they should be appreciated, just for being who they are, but you also see that they're human. You also see that they can make mistakes. You also see that life has presented them with challenges the same way that it's presented you with challenges. And so this week's pick a card is all about, even though I talked a lot just now about, how we love other people, how we view other people, but it's really about beginning to fall in love with yourself again and learning to value yourself, not because you are more important or more valuable than anyone else, and not because it's all about you, but at the same time, it kind of is. You kind of do have to up level your self-worth and your self-love so that you can appropriately value and appreciate and love other people. All right, so that is pretty much it for this opening intuitive message. We're going to go ahead and get into card group number 1. And so thank you all for watching so far. All right, peace and love. Well, greetings. Hello there, and welcome to the results for card group number one. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you were one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure you comment your card selection by Monday, April 27th, if you want to be in the running to win our April giveaway. This is the last week to get your name in the hat to win our April giveaway. So if you want a chance in winning the prize, then I suggest you comment your card selection. A couple of very quick announcements. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because when you do, you are notified when I upload all kinds of videos, not just pick a card readings, but some of my other videos as well. And I would love for you to subscribe to this channel, because it does help to boost my channel. Down below, you will see a link to get on my email list. On my email list, or when you sign up for my email list, I will send you absolutely free my worksheet called Astrology and Me, which helps you to have a deeper understanding of your specific sun and moon signs and how they're working together to create who you are. So you want to make sure that you slide this camera over. You want to make sure that you sign up for, get on my email list, and I will send you those worksheets immediately, absolutely free. Book the Get Your Life reading or consultation with me and CQ, the Crystal Queen of Copper Vibrations. We have a very, very special consultation session with the two of us. You get the two of us. She is a numerologist, an oracle reader, and intuitive. You know, I'm an astrologer, oracle reader, and intuitive. And so we look at your natal chart, your numbers, and we may pull a few cards just to help you to have a deeper understanding of who you are, how you should be living, or what's the best ways to live your life so that you can live your best life. Okay. So that reading is only $80 for the two of us. You actually get two master readers, and it is regularly $120. And so we have it at $80 for only the first 10 people who sign up. So you want to make sure that you book your own personal Get Your Life consultation today. I have a free workshop this Friday, May 1st, with licensed therapist Neangela Hendricks Wilson, where we are talking about coping strategies. Basically, what worked for you even 2, 3, 4 months ago, in terms of keeping yourself mentally, emotionally, physically healthy, may not be working now. And so, what do you do when your coping strategies don't work anymore? How do you cope? How do you maintain a healthy balance within yourself? And so, you want to be there for this event. Again, it is absolutely free on May 1st, and I will put that information down below. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and then leave a love offering, also known as a donation, if these readings are benefiting you in any kind of way. So this week we are looking at what you need to know, most need to know, do, and be aware of, in order to and begin to love yourself again. Not to say that you don't love yourself, but sometimes we got to have some self-love check-ins, right? And this is May marks the 4th anniversary of when I published my book, The Magic of Self-Love. And so I highly encourage that you also click down below to get that book as well. And when you get it, if you take a picture of yourself or tag me or send me an email or something with the receipt, then I will send you a special gift absolutely free. So anyway, so this week we were looking at, self-love, self-worth, how to boost your self-love, your self-worth at this time. And so the stone that you had at the top of your deck is a green calcite. I can't even talk, y'all. Green calcite is one of those stones that really resonates with the heart chakra. It helps to heal the heart chakra. It helps you to learn how to forgive, learn how to have compassion, and even compassion towards yourself. It is one of those stones that helps to bring calmness, a calming sensation, or feeling a sense of calm and well-being to you, helps to bring emotional balance. And so this is a really good stone to have, especially right now in the spring season. It really resonates with the spring and summertime. And so, excuse me, you know what I always tell you to do. If you want to know more about this stone, make sure that you Google green calcite. All right, y'all. So we have two cards here, one tarot, one oracle. Wow. Yeah. Oh, this is good. You have the Page of Cups, and it is crossed by regeneration. The Page of Cups, and it is crossed by regeneration. So the Page of Cups is one of those cards. When I see it, a lot of times it heralds a time of renewed emotional well-being, renewed even spiritual messages. Sometimes the Page of Cups appears when there are messages that are coming to you from a divine place, and you usually feel it in your intuition. And I must say this because sometimes we mistake feelings with intuition, and we say them interchangeably. Feelings are very much connected to what's actually happening and perhaps even your past experience. So, for example, if you see somebody who looks like or dresses like or even smells like somebody who hurt you in the past or somebody who did something mean to you in the past, you will automatically have a feeling about this new person, right? You automatically feel like, because it brings up a lot of memories, right? So you might feel triggered by that person. You might feel like you don't like them and you don't even know them yet. But all of these feelings are based in past experiences or, just your mood in the moment. But it's not necessarily intuition. Now, it could be intuition, but intuition comes from a divine place. Intuition is wisdom and knowledge that comes from that you receive without necessarily having the hardcore evidence to back it up. So it's just you just know. You don't know why you know, but you just know. You get what I'm saying? And so sometimes the Page of Cups, you know, deals with our feelings and also intuition. It deals with when a message is being received intuitively. So this week, because we're looking at self-love, self-worth, and increasing that within yourself, what is Spirit speaking to you about yourself? And I will tell you this. What I do know is that Spirit does not, Spirit, yes, will speak God, the Most High, your ancestors, however you define that, does speak in terms of how you can improve, okay, that you need to do this better, or you need to heal this, or let's work on that. But it does not speak in terms of tearing you down and bringing fear and all of that. Even the correction that Spirit brings is done so that you can elevate. And so, because this week we're looking at self-love and self-worth and increasing that within yourself, and I highly encourage, if you skipped ahead, that you go back and listen to the opening intuitive message, because I talk more specifically about that. But this this week you're encouraged to listen to what Spirit has to say about you, and it will never be that you're unworthy, you're not worthy, your talents suck, you'll never be successful, because sometimes the cups deal with creativity. So your creations will never be successful, you're pathetic, and you're not worth anything, don't charge that much because people won't, what I'm saying? Like, Spirit will never speak to you in that type of tone, which deals with tearing you down. Spirit always shows you and guides you how you can be built up. So that's very interesting because it was crossed by regeneration, which deals with, when you perhaps have gone through challenges, or when you feel that you've been torn down in some kind of way, that you were always being regenerated. You were always being rebuilt and reborn. So I'm going to read the information that comes with the card regeneration, so that we can have deeper insight on that. So regeneration, rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. And the Page of Cups does deal with new opportunities, and sometimes deals with when somebody's pregnant. New creation. I'm just saying. Anyway, take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, don't take throw that part away. Anyway, second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced. Uh-oh, wait a minute, I lost my page. Is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The relationship message says the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all its forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. What happens, the prosperity message says, what happens when it appears you failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates, in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you really are experiencing a rebirth. All right, so that pretty much sums it up. The Page of Cups oftentimes represents a new life, and that could be literally new life, like somebody's pregnant or giving birth, or just a new creative energy, a new emotional, like a flood of new emotions that bring new life. You know, what you thought was dead coming back to life, or second chances, or renewal, which regeneration speaks to. You know, the regeneration of who you are, and even your creative self. And so, you know, stay encouraged at this time. This is a good time to be alive. All right, so that is your reading for this week. What's this? Not May yet. April 26th, I believe, through May 1st. Make sure you comment your card selection by Monday, April 27th, if you want to be in the running to win our April giveaway. And until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love. Thanks for watching. Well, hello there, and welcome to the results for card group number 2. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you're one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel because that does help this channel. You can click the little thumbs up button by liking this particular video, because that does encourage me to continue to post these videos. Make sure that you click down below to get on my email list, and when you do, I will send you absolutely free my 4-page worksheet called Astrology and Me. And that worksheet helps you to have a deeper understanding of your sun and moon signs and how they work together to create who you are. You can use those energies to create who you are. And so when you get on my email list, I will send you those worksheets absolutely free. Now is the time to book a Get Your Life reading with me and CQ, the Crystal Queen of Copper Vibrations. She is a numerologist and an intuitive and an oracle reader. I'm an astrologer, an intuitive and an oracle reader. And so together we will look at your personal natal chart and your numbers, and just have a session with you and talk to you about who you are and how you specifically can use the information that we share with you, everything that's in your birth chart, to live your best life. That reading is only $80 to get the two of us together in this session with you, and it is normally $120, but we are doing it for $80 for the first 10 people. So make sure you click down below and book yours now. This Friday, May 1st, I am doing a free webinar with licensed therapist Neogela Hendricks Wilson, where we are talking about your coping strategies, what you did to stay healthy mentally, physically, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, even, 3, 4 months ago, may not be working now with all of the changes that we're experiencing. And so, what do you do when your coping strategies don't work anymore, right? So, we will be going over some new coping strategies that you can use to stay healthy and balanced and to walk in a space of healing. Get my book, The Magic of Self Love. May marks the 4th anniversary of when my book was published. And so I would love it if you have not purchased this book, that you click down below to get it. And if you send me an email with maybe a picture of you holding the book or with a copy of your receipt, I will send you a gift absolutely free. Like and subscribe, well, like on Instagram and Facebook, or follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and then also leave a love offering, also known as a donation, if these readings are benefiting you in any kind of way. All right, so you have ruby fuchsite, and ruby fuchsite is a stone that has, it's a one of those stones that has a little bit of everything, and it has some mica in it. It has different types of minerals in it, so it's not just like a quartz or something like that. It has kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of different stones or minerals, which gives it its unique color, but also is what gives it its unique energy. It helps to boost your happiness and honesty, courage, passion. It helps to remove worry and negativity. It brings emotional balance, and it helps you to know that love is still love is still valid. Love is still possible. Love is still important. Love is still an important part of life, and it helps you to believe in love again. And so, you know what I always tell you to do? If you want to know more about this particular stone, make sure that you Google ruby fuchsite and get yourself a stone. This week, we are looking at what you most need to know, do, and be aware of as it relates to increasing your self worth and your self love. Because how can you love others if you don't love yourself, right? And so the cards that you receive, I knew this was going to come. Wow. Okay. The cards that you receive, 5 of Wands and Chaos and Conflict. The 5 of Wands and Chaos and Conflict. The 5 of Wands is chaos and conflict. And I'm laughing just because it's just interesting that these two came together. The 5 of Wands definitely represents when you perhaps could be dealing with a lot of chaos and conflict. The 5 of Wands is one of those cards that comes up when everybody wants to be the boss, but nobody has clear direction. Nobody is a real leader. Everybody is only wanting to be the boss for selfish reasons. Perhaps because they want notoriety, perhaps because they want to exert control over people, perhaps they like feeling like everybody's following them. And this could be you. You could be a part of this crowd of people that's doing this, living in this foolishness. Or this could be that you have experienced this from somebody else. Was very interesting right now with us living in this time of a lot of chaos and confusion, a lot of misinformation, and it's a lot of experts out here speaking right now saying, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. So just globally, we are experiencing the 5 of Wands energy of a lot of people wanting to exert their power in terms of knowledge, in terms of even just what they're going to do. We have people protesting, we have a lot happening. So everybody's wanting to exert their power, but very few people are being a leader, right? But since this is personally about you, how is this energy showing up in your life? You have to ask yourself, how am I? Because I'm feeling like for some of you, that this may not be for everybody who selected card group number 2, but I do feel like for some of you are being the one who is being this 5 of Wands. Perhaps you have felt powerless. Perhaps you have felt held back in some kind of way. And so now you just like trying to bust forth. You're trying to take your power. You're trying to claim your power. But you don't have a clear idea of what that means, what that looks like, how to do it in a healthy way. And so it's like you could be bumping heads with folk who are also in their own Five of Wands energy. And so what is that doing? Is creating more chaos and conflict. It's not creating clarity, is not creating solutions. The Five of Wands is not solutions oriented. The Five of Wands energy is more about, let me have my way oriented. It's all about me oriented. It's I'm gonna do me. And with this week, we're looking at self-worth and self-value. Sometimes we can mistake having value in ourselves with becoming a bully, or with bulldozing our way or pushing our way, or, the flip side of this, perhaps you feel like others have done that to you. You have to make this work however it works for you. So, but with this ruby fuchsite, it's all about bringing balance to emotional imbalance. Where are you emotionally imbalanced? Where have you perhaps thought lowly of yourself, not valued yourself, and now all of a sudden you are upset because others don't value you as well? And instead of just increasing your self-worth and your self-value in a healthy way, you're just trying to swing your wand and just be like, oh, I ain't putting up with this no more. And it's okay to put your foot down, but it's not okay to be chaotic. Is it always have the solution in mind. What is the solution? What is the outcome that you are going for, that you are hoping for? Just exerting your willpower without a clear outcome, without being a leader of yourself first, before you can lead and tell other folk what to do, you have to be able to lead and guide yourself, right? So instead of just exerting your willpower in a way that seems like you're trying to force your way or trying to bully others into some sort of submission, ask yourself, what is the real outcome that I am desiring for my life? And how can I remove the chaos and conflict and get into some sort of order? And so I'm going to read the information that comes with this card, Chaos and Conflict, just so you can have a deeper understanding of its meaning. One second. All right. So, chaos and conflict. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control, yet every storm passes and chaos leads to a reordering of things. And reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. The relationship message says, stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened always better than before if you use this time constructively. And the prosperity message says, circumstances appear to be chaotic, but everything that is happening now is in truth shaking things up so that you can find the real path to your prosperity. Yes, it's a stormy time and it feels as if there are opposing forces wherever you turn, but But be reassured that there is divine purpose in this chaos. Everything that doesn't work is being taken from you so the truest parts of yourself remain. The events occurring now are essential for your ultimate prosperity. This chaos is divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way now. In time, you will know this to be true. So, again, it's about finding the real solution. You know, just it's chaos and conflict are a natural part of life. Everything isn't always roses and sunshine. Everybody isn't always getting along, and your money doesn't always line up, and love relationships aren't always you know what I'm saying. Chaos and conflict are a part of life, but do you feed and fuel that chaos and conflict, or do you bring it to a resolution by being solution oriented and being a solver of a problem and not adding to the problem? And if you were too much in your emotions, like sometimes we can be so in our emotions that we're like, I'm gonna have my way, or I want to be right, or I want to, that those lower, we think that because we feel a certain way that justifies adding to the chaos and conflict, and it doesn't. In the end, it actually just hurts you. So how are you behaving in a way that is actually going to hurt you in the long term? And then if you can recognize that, then you can also turn it around and bring your chaos and conflict into divine order. All right. So that is your reading this week, April 26th through May 2nd. Make sure you comment your card selection down below in order to win our April giveaway. This is the last week to do that. And then also book your Get Your Life reading now while it is still only $80 with both me and the Crystal Queen. Because it is regularly 120. So you want to get it now while it is on sale. All right. That is it for your reading this week. Thanks so much for watching. And until we speak again, I am wishing you so much peace and love. Well, hello there. Welcome to the results for card group number 3. I will quickly go over the announcements just in case you were one of the ones who skipped ahead. Make sure that you comment your card selection down below by Monday, April 27th, if you want to be in the running to win our April giveaway. This is the last week to get your name in the hat to win the April giveaway, so you want to make sure that you do that today. If it is on or before, if you're watching this on or before Monday, April 27th, click below to get on my email list. When you do, I will send you absolutely free my worksheet, Astrology and Me. On that worksheet, it was 4 worksheets, and you will receive, it gives details about your specific sun sign and moon sign and how they're working together to create who you are. And so when you receive, when you get on my email list to receive updates from me, I will send you absolutely free and immediately the Astrology and Me worksheets. Subscribe to this channel, like, subscribe, share this video. When you subscribe to this channel and share this video and like it helps my channel, which encourages me to continue to do this aspect of my work. And so make sure that you do that. I greatly appreciate it. Right now, book the Get Your Life reading with me and the Crystal Queen of Copper Vibrations. We are doing the Get Your Life consultation. She is a numerologist, oracle reader, intuitive. I'm an astrologer, intuitive oracle reader, as you know, because you're watching my channel. So the two of us come together to look at your natal chart and pull cards for you and your numbers to really help you to have a deeper understanding of who you are and give you guidance on ways that you can live your best life. And so when you book that session now, you can book it for only $80. It is usually 120 because it's 2 of us reading for you. And so we are doing $80 for the first 10 people who sign up. So that link is down below. This Friday, I am doing a live event and a free event with the licensed therapist, Neogela Hendricks Wilson. We are doing this workshop because with all of the challenges that are going on in the world right now, and the name of the workshop is coping strategies. Like, what do you do when your coping strategies no longer work? And so because of everything that we are experiencing in the world right now, the coping strategies that you had even just 2 or 3, 4 months ago to keep you emotionally, mentally, physically healthy and well may not be working now. And so, what do you do when your coping strategies no longer work, right? So, that's what we will be talking about absolutely free on May 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so, the link to learn more about this event is down below. And then this May marks the fourth anniversary of when I published The Magic of Self Love. And so, if you have not purchased my book, The Magic of Self Love, make sure that you click down below to get that. And if you send me, if you email me a copy of your receipt or a picture of you holding the book when it arrives, I will send you a special gift absolutely free. So make sure that you do that. If you're interested, subscribe. I already said subscribe to this channel, but also follow me on Instagram and Facebook because I share updates there that I don't share here on YouTube. Send a love offering. The link to do that is down below. Love offering is just a fancy word for donation if you appreciate this work that I do here. All right. And make sure you go back. If you skipped ahead, I did do an opening intuitive message. So go back to the beginning of this video to listen to that because it'll help you to have a deeper understanding of what I will share here. So the stone that you received at the top of your card group is called a chrysoprase. I think it's pronounced chrysoprase or chrysoprase. It's a very beautiful stone. I don't know how well this lighting is showing up, but it's kind of like a light green, a little bit of turquoisey, sea ocean green, I don't know, with some little bit of brown in it as well. And it is one of those stones that really helps with emotional healing, emotional well-being and balance. It helps to heal the heart chakra. It's used a lot of times to overcome like anxiety and depression, and really to calm the nervous system and helping you to be more heart centered and live from a heart space and a love space instead of a fear and worry space. And so, you know what I always tell you to do if you want to know more about this stone, make sure you Google chrysoprase. Is spelled Chrysoprase. All right, so there you go. All right, so this week, because we are looking at what you most need to know, do, and be aware of in terms of self love, self worth, and living from that place of self worth and increasing your self worth. Because if you listen to the opening intuitive message, you know, I talked about how you cannot live a healthy life and you can't even love other people when you don't love yourself. And so the cards that you receive, wow, oh wow, okay, the cards that you receive are the Four of Cups and a leg up. The Four of Cups and a leg up. So the Four of Cups is one of those cards. If you look at the man on, I guess he's a man. I think so. Yes. On this card, he is sad. You know, I don't know any other way to say it. He's sad. He's down. He's depressed. He's looking in his cup, and it's like everything is gone. You know, this card, the Four of Cups, is like one of those cards that talks about disappointment and frustrations in life and just being kind of despondent. It's one of those cards that appears sometimes when you just don't, it's because the cups deal with emotional well-being, and it's one of those cards that really appears when you are in a low emotional state, or just disappointed and frustrated, and just sometimes even just disappointed with life itself. Like you thought things would be different. You thought your outcomes would be different. You thought this relationship would be different. Perhaps you thought that career that you love so much would turn out different, and it just, the outcome just wasn't what you expected, which left you feeling frustrated or disappointed or just not fulfilled, because the cups deal with emotional fulfillment. And so this is speaking to being emotionally unfulfilled. And so, the thing about this card though is that he's got this whole sun rising behind him. He can't even see it because he's only looking at his frustrations. He's only looking at what didn't go right, his disappointments, his lost love, his lost money, perhaps, but just really just an overall sense of just things never work out for me kind of feeling. And when you're in this state of mind, you don't see the opportunities that are rising behind you. You don't see that with every disappointment comes another opportunity to get it right. Because you're only looking at what didn't go right, what didn't work, and your frustrations. And so, what's so beautiful about this particular reading is that it came up with a leg up, which deals with getting the help that you need. I mean, it really could be just realizing that you have friends who can support you, who when you fall, they can give you a leg up to actually getting help that you need, whether it could be like a therapist, you know what I mean? Somebody to help you to really see that life can be better than what it is, and that, perhaps your perspective, yes, you may have gone through disappointments and frustrations, or things might not have worked out. It's not a denial of that, but because it has skewed your perspective so much on what life can be, you somebody like a coach or a therapist can help you to change your perspective. So I highly encourage those of you who got card group number 3 to make sure you click down below to attend the free webinar that I'm doing with licensed therapist Neangela Hendricks Wilson, because we are talking about coping strategies, and when what you used to do to cope no longer works, how do you find what does work? And so a leg up really speaks to the solutions to the problems, the fact that there is help, the fact that there's always something or someone willing to give you a leg up to assist you to come up and to come out of it. So I'm going to read the information that comes with this card so that you can have a deeper understanding of its meaning for you. Okay, so a leg up. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with, who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept the aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. The relationship message says, relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. That's important. Don't expect folks to read your mind. You got to say what you need. And the prosperity message says, now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps toward your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. Wow. So, don't dwell on the disappointments, the discouragement, what has gone wrong, and don't wallow. Don't, what is it, cry in your beer, like what it looks like he's doing. Don't cry in your beer. Don't cry over spilled milk. Ask for the help that you need. What would life look like for you if you had what you needed, or you felt more fulfilled? All right. So then get the help that you need to get you there. If it's a coach, if it's a therapist, if it's a good friend, whatever it is, just open yourself up and ask, and you will receive. All right. So that is your reading for this week, April 26th through May 2nd. Make sure you comment your card selection by April 27th on Monday if you want to be in the running to win our April giveaway. Again, this is the last week to do that. And then also get my book, The Magic of Self-Love. This marks the 4th anniversary for that. And then book your Get Your Life consultation with me and CQ. The link is down below to do that. And it is only $80 for the first 10 people. After that, it will go back to $120. So make sure you do that now if you are interested. All right. So that is it for your reading this week. And as always, I want to thank you for watching and wish you so much peace and love.